Every boat that goes into Lake George has to have a visual inspection. We thought it'd be quicker to go to the station on I-87 northbound rather than the one at the boat ramp.
You guys are all set.
Thank you.
So we just went through the inspection station on 87 North. It's just past exit 17. Every boat that launches into Lake George has to be inspected for invasive species. We had no trouble with the invasive species, no invasive species found, but they questioned the oil that they call it oil, but it's actually fluid film that we put on the jet to help lubricate it so it goes up and down easier, and to control the steering left and right a little better, and to prevent things from rusting. So they questioned that, but they thought it was oil. They thought we were leaking oil, but we weren't. So they gave us a little tag that you put on the front of the boat, and when we go to launch, they'll cut that off, and then when we leave for the day, they'll put another one back on the trailer. So tomorrow when we go again, we can just launch without having to go through another inspection. So this is another inspection station. We have to fill out a form to get the Lake George Park Commission water pass. This is the inspection station at $1 Million Beach, but we didn't have to get inspected since we had already had that done. There's one boat dock on the southern part of the lake at $1 Million Beach that is state-owned. It costs $10 to park. The problem is everyone comes here because the private marinas charge a fortune to launch a boat. They charge you to launch it, to park your vehicle for the day, and then to retrieve your boat out of the water in the afternoon. There's another state launch up on the north end of the lake at, I think the town is called Ticonderoga, but it's over an hour away, even though it's it's about 40 miles away from here. And it puts you in the north end of the lake, so if you want to stay in the southern end, it's kind of not worth launching there because it's probably like an hour drive on our jet skis to get down to the southern end of the lake. The ramp is really nice here. It's only a few years old, they said, but the problem is it's a double wide, which is great, but people end up putting their boats on the inside of the docks, so you end up not really being able to put your boat in the water because there's no room to get it through the two boats that are tied to the docks. Like this pontoon boat here was really smart. They put theirs on the outside, as did that other pontoon over there. But if another boat goes in where this pontoon boat is going and ties to the dock, you're out of luck. You're not going to be able to get a boat, launched and go between the other two boats. Oh, hey, I do want my socks. My feet are cold. Okay, bye. Being that this is the main dock, it's just crazy, crazy busy here. And this is relatively early in the morning, too. Lake George has a lot of restrictions for PWCs. You can't go over 5 miles an hour, no wake zone basically, within 500 feet of the shore, and from what I understand, no PWCs are allowed in the village area over there. Ready? 45 speed limit. I want to see. It's a state campground, I think. Or a day use area, I'm not sure. Yeah, so it's a campground. On our port side over here, we have Long Island, which is one of the bigger campgrounds on the lake. There's lots and lots of campgrounds on there. Campsites, I should say. It looks like there's at least 18, because those are dock 17 and 18. I don't think it'd be very fun to try to camp with a WaveRunner and have to bring tents and things like that. But it would be cool to come to a cabin. That would be definitely neat. Because then you don't have to bring so much stuff. These docks here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, would be a nice spot to go because they're very sheltered and you wouldn't have a lot of boat waves coming by. And I apologize, this is not Long Island, this is Speaker Pack Island. I thought it was all one island, but this island over here in front of us on the north side of the channel is actually Long Island. That's the big island with a bunch of campgrounds. So I don't know what the wind speed is, but it's pretty windy. And it's a very wet ride today. I don't know if you can tell, but like my arm is drenched. My pants soaked. But that's okay. It's summer and it feels nice. I can't think of the name off of the top of my head, but there's a big resort. It's an old, one of those old historic hotels that's huge with like 5 restaurants in it and things like that. And we're gonna go there next. Holy cow, this is hard to hold. It's so rough out here. But yeah, it's about 4 miles away. So that's where we're gonna go next. So this is the Sagamore Resort. It's an absolutely beautiful area. We tried to come here once just to have lunch at a sandwich shop that they have, but at the guard station that you have to go through, they wanted to charge us $20 just to come in and park to be able to go and eat. And we were like, heck no, we're not gonna do that. So we've never actually been here, but it is a beautiful looking property. So I think that's the own private tour boat of the Sagamore Resort. I think they have their own boat that they do. On my port side is a beach that's in the town of Bolton Landing. That's the other big town on the lake. I don't really know much about it. This is our first bridge crossing. It's a bridge that goes from Bolton Landing to Green Island on our starboard side. Our next destination is going to be Red Rock Cove, and then we're going to go to Paradise Cove. Both of those require us going through a place called the Narrows, which is, I'm going to guess, 20 islands, where you can get a day use pass and go on to some of them for the day, and others actually offer camping. So this here is the Glen Island Ranger Station. I believe they have a store and things like that. You can go and get ice cream and, you know, things that you might have forgotten, because you always forget ice cream when you go camping. And the cabins might be for rent too, I think. But whoa, that's a big wave. And so you go in there and you can get you know, supplies, and I think you might have to check in there when you know, come to your campsite to start camping, but I'm not certain about that. So all the campgrounds or campsites have a pad where you can set up your tent so you're not hurting the ground and, you know, causing erosion. Every campsite has a dock that will hold at least one boat. I don't know if you're allowed to dock more than one boat at the campsite or not. These are the docks for the Glen Island Ranger Station. We're on the back side of the island now, or the north side. This is like the main place to go when you get here. Okay, so we had a change of plans and we stopped at the island here to get out and get some food. I asked Matt and he was like, yeah, let's get food. So we're tied up and now we're gonna go in and see what they have. Maybe ice cream, a sandwich. They have a lot of uncooked food like eggs and things.
They don't make them, they have them.
Oh, it said they had sandwiches.
Yeah, they don't make them. They have them.
Yeah, I know. You don't ask them to make you one. They just no. They have sandwiches, pre-made. So yeah, I'm gonna get some kind of a sandwich. I don't know what yet. Maybe roast beef or turkey. They got a lot of drinks. They got all kinds of vitamin waters and Gold Peak iced teas, bottled water, hamburger buns, things like that. So that's awesome if you get here and you're like, oh darn, I left the hot dog buns or hamburger buns at home. Well, no problem, you're covered, they got them. If you decide you want some chips, they got chips, they got little noodles, paper towels, solo cups.
Go back to the boat.
All kinds of stickers, cereal, pastries, and of course Green Mountain coffee. That makes Matt happy. And a bunch of ice cream. You gotta have ice cream when you're camping. We're now looking for a place to eat for a quick bite. If they have a picnic table or something. So this is not a cabin, it's a bathroom and like storage facilities. Okay, so we are about to engage in lunch, which is really breakfast because it's really early still. Got a couple sandwiches. Nancy's already wolfing hers down. And we're gonna sit here at this picnic table and enjoy the beautiful view. So this is the chart of the area. A lot of little coves and inlets. Really nice green water to swim. Really clear. Lake George is actually used for drinking water for a lot of the places on the shoreline here, the houses and stuff. All the islands have a porta potty. I don't want to say porta potty. They have a pit toilet. I wanted to just check out the docks for Phantom Island, which is just across the little channel there from the store. I have a feeling these could be a little rough just because of you know, the open channel back here behind us. And but that's like a prime camping spot right there. If I was to stay on one of these islands, I would want to stay on one that is, you know, kind of sheltered from the channel here, because you got these boats going by all day. Only boats, of course, because WaveRunners are not allowed to go fast through here, but the big cabin cruisers can go through and make huge monster waves. It's a really pretty view through here, though. This is just one section of the lake that allows camping. This is the closest to the southern area, to the main Lake George resort area. This is Paradise Cove. It's kind of considered the, I don't know, the main cove that people go to. It's supposed to be super secluded and really beautiful. They say when you come through the channel here, it just is kind of mind-blowing how beautiful it is. as I make my way through the channel, it is really, really pretty. There's only a couple tour boats that can come in here because it's very shallow. They have a lot of rules. No anchoring. You just have to let your boat drift, I believe. Though I see a bunch of people with anchors. Yeah, right here. It says no anchors, no rafting. But obviously people don't care about that and they just do what they want. So this island on the left here actually has a dock, which is cool. I don't know if it's a day use area that you have to pay for or what, but it's really kind of cool. It is really neat. If you came during the week, it would be awesome if there weren't too many people here. The water is super, super crystal clear. I didn't know if this was worth coming to, but I definitely wanted to see it at least once while we were here. Yeah, right there you can see how clear the water is. Quackers, I got nothing for you, buddy.
I have a quacker, but I'm not gonna feed it.
I don't know if the GoPro will pick it up because it doesn't have a polarizer, but there's all kinds of fish here. Hundreds of them. And they were just over there pecking on Matt. And oh, there's our buddy Quackers. Wow, he's just, he or she maybe, is just going like right over to Matt. Quackers. Hey, Quacker. Oh yeah, she knows her name. Hey, Quackers. You want some food? We don't have any food for you. You don't eat sugar, but thank you for coming by us and visiting. Hello. What's your name? Are you Quackers? Oh. I'm sorry, Quackers. We got nothing for you. I know you probably are here looking for some food, but I'm sorry, we don't have any food. No food for you today. Oh, Nancy.
Well, the fish.
Oh yeah, the fish are eating them up.
There's so many.
I put crumbs in that and the fish came up to get them.
They ate them all.
I'm trying to get my phone.
Sorry, Quack.
All right, Quackers, that's all we got. You're very pretty. So thanks for showing us your nice pretty head. We'll see you later. Oh, Quackers, you attacked a fish. What was that about? Oh, holy cow.
Quackers is trying to get the fish, Matt.
How do you even see him under there? That's crazy.
Here he comes. Get him, Quack. He's gonna get your foot.
They're gonna bite your foot now. You better be ready. Do you eat fish?
Came over to me now.
Welcome back, Quackers. Prettying yourself up? Got a hot date tonight? So as much as I love Lake Winnipesaukee, I'm gonna give the scenery to Lake George. I think it's just prettier. I like how you have all the mountains that come right down to the water's edge. And not nearly so much as much development. Yeah, so I'm really happy that we went through Paradise Bay. Very, very pretty, beautiful area. I love the trees and stuff all on it. Our next destination is, I think it's a town called Ticonderoga, maybe? It's at the far north end of the lake. It's about 17 miles away. So I'm estimating that it'll take 30 minutes to get there if we average 30 miles an hour. And then an hour from there to get back to the, main Lake Georgetown area. We've reached what I'm going to call the northern end of the lake. You can actually go further. It's like about 1.7 miles more from here according to the GPS. It goes from this kind of wide area into like a more narrow area. So I just confirmed on the map, and you can't see it, but the area directly behind the camera, which I'll turn to show, that is another state boat ramp. It's on the very northern end of the lake, which is where we are. And we're actually gonna head all the way to the far end of the lake, as much north as we can get, to see what's up there. I think there's a dam or something, because I know the water eventually flows into a river and then I think ultimately into Lake Champlain, but it's not navigable. But we're gonna head up because it looks really cool. This area coming up here is really kind of cool. It's like super, super shallow. And I shouldn't say, I don't know if it's shallow. Yeah, I don't know. It's like maybe 5 feet deep, but it's very narrow. This is cool. I like that little narrow area. So we went to within maybe a mile, I'm guessing, or so of the end of the lake. And then it ends in a dam, then it ultimately empties into Lake Champlain. So it's 5 miles the whole way there. And we've already gone through a bunch of 5 mile stuff, so we decided not to, go the rest of the way. And we're just gonna head back and make our way back toward the dock and our parking area. We're actually fighting a current coming through here. That would be a nice area to anchor in. Yeah. It's all sandy. We're back at the docks. Matt's gone to get the car. This ramp is really nice. It's in great shape. The docks are great. The problem is they put the docks so close together that if two boats tie up, you can barely fit another boat between them. So it's really difficult to get your boat out when, you know, there's two boats tied on the inside like is happening here. I'm not sure what's going on. Matt was next in line to get out, and then all of a sudden now he's at the back of the line. Maybe he's letting this other PWC launch or something, I'm not sure. Overall, today was a lot better day than yesterday. The weather was better, the conditions were better. A little rough when we got, halfway back, or maybe 2/3 of the way back, and past the first set of campgrounds at Glen Island. But overall, it was a great day. So just want to say thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please leave a message in the comments and I'll be happy to answer as best I can. As always, thanks for watching.